So here's our humidifier for the house. Don't mind me crouching, there's a low overhead here. And inside there's a screen, water drips onto the screen, and that water evaporates and goes up into the house air off the furnace. We want a little bit of moisture in the air in the winter time so that the air coming out of the furnace feels comfortable on our skin. It's pretty dry here in Calgary, and we do want to have this on during the winter. We want to have that little flapper here in the open position, and then during the summertime we would close that, especially when we have an air conditioner installed. If there's an air conditioner in your house, you need to have this closed, and you need to turn off the water going to the humidifier in the summertime. Otherwise that coil might ice up and it'll literally stop working. The air won't flow around it anymore. We're going to leave that in the open position. What I like to do during the home inspection is I'll open this guy up. Partly I want to look at the screen inside. This is a very simple unit, there's just a screen in there. I do want to look at the screen, but I also want to use this opportunity to look down through the humidifier and into the furnace cavity, and that's where the heat exchanger is. Like I said before, the heat exchanger is extremely difficult to get a look at. This is probably the best place to do it right here. Just pull that out. Get this up out of the way here. There's our screen, which is very dirty. This one is extremely dirty. It's probably never been changed. We want to be changing these roughly once a year. Now you might be able to get away with doing a little less often than that, but it's at least a good idea to check it and make sure that it's clean, and when the water runs down, air can move through and it can evaporate up into the house air. So we'll take a picture of that and put that in this home inspection report. And the other thing I want to do is get a look down and through here at the heat exchanger. The heat exchanger is the most important part of the furnace. It's what separates the off gases from the house air, and it's a big metal can with lots of fins on it. I want to get a look at those fins to make sure that there's no cracks or holes, rusted areas, etc. Especially rusted areas next to a humidifier with a dirty filter, which then is probably dumping water inside there. In this case, everything looks great. Now, quite often I'll also take a photograph of that heat exchanger, and the reason being is I can go ahead and put this on my laptop and blow that image up and try and get an even better look at the heat exchanger.